15 reasons Thailand may not be for you. Now, a lot of people think about moving to Thailand. Some people dream about it. They think about the cheap food. They think about the warm weather. They think about the beautiful beaches, the low cost of living. And of course, they think about the freedom that they'll have here that they might not have back home. But I can tell you honestly, after living here for more than 3 decades, that Thailand is not for everyone. And I've seen it many, many times. I've seen a lot of people who they're very, very happy here. They think it's the best place on earth. But I also see people who they either leave right away, they don't want to come here, or they decide that's not the place where I want to move, and they just go elsewhere. And that's fine. My name is Scott, and I've been living here in Thailand for 32 years. And I've been on YouTube for 13 years covering Thailand, Southeast Asia, and various expat destinations. So do me a favor, if you like this video, if you like the streams I do, if you like the stuff that I do, give me a thumbs up, hit the thumbs up button, subscribe if you haven't already done so, and hit the notification bell so that you'll be notified of all upcoming videos and streams. All right, so let me give you some of the biggest negatives about moving to Thailand long term. Number one, the extreme heat and humidity year round. It's hot here. Even in the north, sometimes it's up in like Chiang Mai and Udon and those kind of places. It still gets really hot, and sometimes it is miserably hot. So you have to be prepared for the heat. Okay, that's number one. Number two, the air pollution and burning season. Now, in the burning season, the farmers burn rice straw, corn stalks, sugarcane leaves, and all kinds of other things so that they can prepare the fields for the next planting cycle. And the air is quite dirty. The pollution is quite bad in all of Thailand. It's pretty bad. And you have to kind of get used to it. So if that's going to bother you, you probably don't want to come here. Number three, dangerous roads and chaotic driving. Let me just say this. Thais are not the best drivers, okay? I don't know what it is, but they're not great drivers, and there are a lot of places where there are winding roads, and it is very, very dangerous. And if you are not prepared and you don't really know how to drive very well, you're going to be in trouble. Number four, visa uncertainty and changing immigration rules. Now, it may seem like the rules are changing all the time and the visas are going to be different all the time, and there are some minor changes. For the most part, they're not that bad, at least for immigrants or expats or whatever you want to call yourself. For tourists, they can be quite bad. For people who are not going to stay here forever, they can be quite difficult. If you're a tourist or you're somebody who wants to stay for a couple of years, you're not sure how long you want to stay here, the rules do change. So you got to be prepared for that. Now, here's a big one, number five. The inability to truly own land and property as a foreigner. You can own a condo, but that's really it. You're not going to be able to go out and buy a big mansion, buy a big plot of land. You're not going to be able to do that. So that's something that you might want to take into consideration. Number six, loneliness and isolation. Now, I've been here for a long time. I have a few good friends. But a lot of people, their friends die off, which that may happen to me. I don't know. I have a family, so that's great. But for guys who are like single and maybe they're just going out with people and they're hanging out and doing things, but after a while, they may not have that many friends around them. And some people get lonely. They feel isolated. That's just how it goes. So you got to be prepared for that, and you got to be prepared to try to stay busy. Number 7, difficulty integrating into Thai society. Now, it can be difficult to integrate. You really need to know the language, you need to know the culture, and that takes time. Listen, I've been here for a long time, and I don't know everything, but I know enough to have assimilated to a fair degree. And I feel very comfortable here. But not everybody feels that way. So that's something else you have to think about. Are you going to integrate into Thai society? Do you want to integrate into Thai society? Number 8, the language barrier. This is something you really should learn to speak the language, at least the basics of the language. You'll get a lot further if you know the basics of the language. The more you learn, the more you'll get into the culture, and you'll learn the culture, and it opens up a whole new world to you. Number 9, bureaucracy and inconsistent systems. Well, that's an understatement. Things here are not always as they should be, as what you think they may be. You may not understand them, and that's just the way that it goes, and you just got to get over it, get through it, keep your calm, and get through everything, and hopefully things work out. Generally, they do, but you really need to be prepared to be very, very patient, okay? Number 10, lack of long-term security for foreigners. This can be a problem. Let's face it. If you're somebody who doesn't want to keep the necessary funds in the bank for, say, a retirement visa, marriage visa, or whatever, elite visa, something like that, your security here is not guaranteed. And even if you do have the money in the bank, your security, they can take it away if they want to. Now, generally, they don't do that unless you are a huge screw up, but it can happen. Number 11, rising costs in popular areas. Well, costs are rising around the world, and this is just the way that it is. You got to get used to it. Thailand is still cheaper in many ways, but it is not necessarily cheap. And that's how I think about Thailand. Number 12, tourist areas are overcrowded and commercialized. And that's why I just don't go to them. I don't go to Pattaya very often. I don't go to any place that's a tourist zone. I almost never go there anymore. I go to places that most tourists don't want to go, or it is too difficult for them to go to. And I have a lot more fun that way because I'm hanging out with myself. Maybe there's a few foreigners, a lot of Thais, and it's just better that way for me. And it probably would be better for you too if you're not hanging out in a tourist zone. Number 13, dating, marriage, and relationship complications. Well, they can complicate your life. And if you're the type of person who all you think about is your girl and your wife and if that's all you're thinking about, you may have a lot of problems, okay? You cannot make them your top priority all the time. You really need to settle in, get a life, and they are part of your life. They are not your life. That's kind of how it is everywhere. But here, the culture can be a factor, and you need to learn the culture so that you don't make any grave errors. Number 14, people miss their families. They miss the familiarity of back home and their own culture back home. And that can be a factor to some people. After a while, people they just really start missing home. They get homesick. And sometimes you can just go home, be there for a couple of weeks, and everything is good. Other times, not so good. Now, I go home probably every 2 years. And that's okay for me, but now my parents are getting a little older and things are changing a little. I need to go every year. So that's what I plan on doing. Number 15, the vacation fantasy wears off. Eventually, it wears off. Visiting and living here are much different. And when you come here at first, it's a vacation. It's a great time. Oh, yeah, it's wonderful, beautiful. But after you've been here for a while, all the realities start to hit you, and it's not a vacation anymore. You're not going to end up going back home. You live here, and that is the difference. That doesn't necessarily mean that Thailand is a bad place. And for most people, they think it's an incredible place to live. But people need to understand that living somewhere and vacationing somewhere are two completely different things. And Thailand really rewards adaptable, patient people with the right attitude, realistic people. And if you have that mentality and you don't expect too much, you keep your expectations in check, you should just be fine here. Remember, if you'd like to show your support for the channel, you can do so by joining the VIP section of the channel for as little as $1.99. Just hit the join button down below. That's all I have. If you want a consultation, just send me an email at anamericaninbangkok@gmail.com. Until next time, I'm Scott. I'm an American in Bangkok. Chok di, leo jerken mai. That's good luck and see you again. Take care.